In the hills of northern Afghanistan, a hail of gunfire hails a successful mission for the Afghan resistance. This is now the biggest threat to the Taliban's control, the National Resistance Front of Afghanistan.
There is nothing else that they can do at the moment to suppress us. And as every day passes, we're becoming stronger.
The group formed as the Afghan government fell. Made up mostly of former members of the Afghan army, it claims to have hundreds of fighters and is operating in 12 provinces. One of its most senior figures told Sky News it's destined to rout the Taliban regime. So what makes you think you can overthrow the Taliban now when the army couldn't prevent them from taking power?
Our men have more experience now. Their morale and motivation is much higher than a year ago, and they're motivated to liberate the country.
But that's a gradual process. The NRFA says it's in the first phase of its operation, a sort of guerrilla war to exhaust the enemy. Once they've grown in number and gathered sufficient resources, they'll start attempting to liberate provinces. And they want help.
The international community has to come together and to reach a consensus that the only strategy to defeat international terrorism is to strengthen the National Resistance Front, which is the last remaining forces that are fighting extremism and terrorism inside the country.
The group is led by the son of the revered guerrilla commander Ahmed Massoud. Known as the Lion, he was assassinated in an attack ordered by Osama bin Laden. The Lion Cubs forces claim to have enjoyed roaring recent success, shooting down a Taliban helicopter, killing 60 Taliban troops and detaining 40 others.
The Taliban haven't had any success in the battlefield. They have faced heavy casualties in the past 3 months. They haven't been able to take even one of our bases. In Pנjshir, we have more than 20 bases. They haven't been successful to take even one base.
Afghanistan's been at war since the 1970s. The resistance guarantees the bloodshed continues.
I don't see any peace in Afghanistan prevailing after August 15. This is a new phase of the conflict, of the war that started 50 years ago. The only way lasting peace can be established in Afghanistan is through a legitimate political process, through democracy. Political legitimacy can only be derived from ballots, not bullets. There has to be elections.
The National Resistance Front may force the Taliban to enact democratic reforms. It may, at a stretch, one day force the Taliban from power. But it is certain to ensure the war rages on.